evening. I trust God you are okay. Now, very quickly, I want us to look at. Okay, last time we looked at insurance, also we looked at banking. I think so. We looked at money and banking and it's. Now, kindly, just within some few minutes, I want us to look at communication. What is communication? Communication is a process of conveying or transmitting. Process of conveying or transmitting what? A message from the sender to receiver with a common goal of understanding each other. Process of transmitting, conveying message from sender to receiver with a common goal of understanding each other. So when we communicate and we don't understand each other, then there's not communication. So we must communicate to understand each other. Communication has a process. It starts from the sender. It goes to the message. From the message, we have a matter of encoding. To encode is just putting down the message into a deliverable state. Then you can choose the medium. Then after medium, there's a matter of what? Receiver. After receiver is decoding, then feedback. So I'll repeat once more. There is a matter of sender, message, encoding, channel or medium, receiver, then a matter of decoding, and then feedback. So we have types of communication, whether it's written communication, audio visual communication. Also we have what we call visual communication. Also we have what we call nonverbal communication. So written communication is when we use letters, when we use notice, when we use minutes, when you use circulars and etc. All those are a matter of written communication. So if you are told to write, give example of a written communication, we are talking about that. I'm talking about minutes, letters, memos, circulars, posters. All those are written communication. And there are advantages and disadvantages of written communication, so you must really know, because one of the advantages of written communication is it can be used for lengthy and complex messages. 2, written communication can be used for future reference. 3, written communication also can be used as a legal evidence, in case of dispute and so on. So we have oral, and under oral communication is where we use word of mouth, and here under word of mouth we are talking about meeting, interviews, telephone. All that is a matter of oral communication. Non-verbal communication is where we are using gestures, where we are using eye contact, where you are using the tone, the tone of the voice, something that we can communicate something. Body posture, it tells something in a matter of what communication. How you are seated, how you are standing. So you see, it communicates. Even the space. You can be standing with Juma, but when you are too close to Juma, even when you pat Juma, it means something. Either these people know each other, they have a thing, I don't know, such a thing. But it communicates such a thing. But when you keep distance and it shows respect. I'm just saying, for example, so as you can remember, and it and so on. So space also is something that we look at, and it and so on. So we are talking about that in communication. Communication is important. Overall, communication is important in business organization. We use it to warn, to pass instruction, breaking of news, trying to motivate. So communication is generally very important. And when you are choosing media of communication, there are things that you must put into consideration. When you are choosing the media for communication, you can look at cost, you can look at the mass. If you intend to reach a lot of people, then you must choose that medium of communication that will reach a lot of people. You can't choose like a poster. A poster, you can reach very few people within a certain locality, but if I go to citizen television, then it can reach nearly the whole country, even the East African country, and etc. So behind my mind, I should consider the reach of the people, or should it be mass, and etc. and so on. Availability of the same channel or medium is another thing that you should consider. Is it readily available or not, and etc. Receiver is another bit that you have to consider. I can't really communicate via newspaper, and behind my mind is like I'm targeting those people in the rural areas. Some of these people don't even see newspaper in maybe once in a week, and etc. and so on. Distribution of newspaper in those rural and interior side or part of the country, maze newspaper ifiki vile. So we are talking about such a thing. What should you consider when you are choosing channel or media of communication? There's a lot of things. Is it a matter of urgency? Is it a matter of confidentiality? Because some media don't respect a matter of confidentiality, but some they do, and it is and so on. So kindly be careful with that. Sorry. So we are talking about visual communication. We use the eyesight. So those graphs, bar charts, pictograms, they are used as a visual communication and etc. Projector, more visual and etc. and so on. Audio visual is a matter of mixture of voice, sound, and some also what we call pictures, or signs and etc. and so on. So we have also audio, visual, and etc. and so on. So you must really understand that. So we have a matter of telephone. When you are communicating via telephone, you have to be audible, you have to prepare, make sure the message is complete, be polite, courteous. So a matter of courtesy should be there when you are talking about or via telephone. So it's something that you should really know. So be warm. The other person is not even seeing you, but either from the voice and etc. you can see that you are warm and etc. and so on. So receptionists and secretaries, usually we train them to be so when you are having a telephone conversation and etc. and so on. So you must be in a position to write a letter, you must be in a position to write minutes, you must be in a position to write memo. Internal memo is usually used to communicate internally and etc. and so on. So communication is important, and I hope you have learned it also in a matter of caregiving. That's why you have an upper hand. I know it won't give you much problem. I know it won't give you much problem. Now you can think and etc. and so on. And in fact, I was right, because the way you talked is like you are doing something bigger, and which today I have noticed, which is a good thing. Kudos, continue, congratulations. I know it takes a lot: determination, sacrifice, commitment, and etc. and so on. It's not that way easy. But you two ladies, mnanishangaza sana, Beatrice, and you also mko tu kaliba moja. It's like you are doing some extra things. You people, you have potential and etc. So go. Same to English, just the same thing. Tomorrow we shall tackle English. Being a Saturday, I'll prepare also the English lesson, try to answer some of these questions, trying to look at even the poem and etc. and so on. So you have that potential, you have that capability. Sky is the limit. No one should limit you. No situation should limit you and etc. and so on. So communication. So we shall do also advertising, kindly. Those aids to trade, that's what I'm trying to tackle very fast. Is it insurance? Is it banking? Is it communication? So we have also to come up with advertising. So you can read on advertising, read on a matter of warehousing, the types of warehouse, whether it's private warehouse, a bonded warehouse, and also a matter of public warehouse. Especially bonded warehouse, kindly is very, very common in our lesson and etc. and so on. So read and understand a matter of bonded warehouse. So thank you. God bless you. Have a blessed night.